Hi, I'm Devontae, a senior at Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts in the Dallas Independent School District.
And I'm Liz, a senior at Woodrow Wilson High School. And welcome to School Zone Dallas, where we'll give you an inside look at Dallas ISD and the many outstanding students and inspiring teachers that help make our schools great.
We'll show you some of the district's 67 recognized and 30 exemplary schools.
And that number includes the top 2 schools in the country, according to Newsweek magazine, and 4 national blue ribbon schools.
Impressive, to say the least.
I'll say. So stay with us, as we'll tell you more about that and a whole lot more, right here on
School Zone Dallas.
Welcome to Louise Wolff Kahn Elementary School in the Dallas Independent School District. Built in 1997, the school is located on a scenic hillside in the Oak Cliff area of Dallas.
The school staff makes it their mission to promote leadership, creativity, problem solving, and collaboration skills in all their students.
Each new school year, Kahn's principal, Armando Rendon, develops the school's motto, pledge, and popular song to support the theme. Mornings begin in the auditorium, where students get the day started off right, sharing music and dance that helps them better relate to the school environment.
We'll tell you more about Kahn during the program, but right now, let's head over to Jerry Junkins Elementary School and meet up with Brian, who will introduce us to some very talented stars of the stage. Brian?
Hi, I'm here at Jerry Junkins Elementary School, where students are putting on musical performances that rival the likes of Broadway. And yes, I did say elementary students. Every year, 2 very special teachers and Junkins students from 3rd through 5th grade put on a full-scale musical production with singing, dancing, costume, and set design. It's nothing short of amazing.
This is our 4th year to do a musical. It's a very long process, but we make it pretty much like a Broadway experience as far as the audition and then having to memorize the lines and everything that goes along with that. We're really looking for stage presence. That's the main thing we're looking for. You know, can the child get up there and produce? Are they nervous?
The production is an after-school program that involves students in a year-long process. Robert Jones and Junkins music teacher Kathy McAdams begin working with students as soon as school starts, familiarizing them with the music and cast of the chosen musical.
Most kids know what they want to be, especially if it's theater, when they're very young, 5, 6, or 7. And this just gives them an opportunity to explore that and learn all about it and be actively on stage performing, where they may not be able to have that kind of opportunity at home.
Auditions are held in the fall, and students vie for the most coveted roles.
I actually didn't think I was cut out for the Beast until I actually got the part, so I was pretty excited when I got it.
Believe it or not, Mr. Jones creates all of the costumes and designs the sets for the productions. It's quite an undertaking.
The choreography, and then these costumes and the sets, I mean, it's because of him. No one else can do all the things that he does.
Rehearsals begin in earnest in January and continue through April. Students learn their lines, fine-tune their songs, and go over their dance routines. It's practice, practice, and more practice, but that's what it takes to perform at such a high level. As the cast counts down to opening day, Mr. Jones and Miss McAdams work with students to bring the best performances from them. Songs are tweaked, lines are enhanced, and dance numbers are refined. It all pays off in the end as nerves fade away and talent and enthusiasm take over.
I think my favorite part of a play is that first night, opening night, when the kids get that first applause. Because you can just see it in their eyes when they're coming backstage and getting ready for their next scene, you know. You can just see that glow in their eyes of knowing, oh my gosh, it's worth it. Everything that we did was worth it. And they love us, you know. And it's just, you could just see that click in their heads.
You know, performing in front of a live audience isn't easy, especially at the elementary level. But what these students are learning isn't just about singing and dancing.
I think one of my favorite aspects about the whole process and about everything that comes from doing these musicals is just the confidence that it gives these kids. I mean, it's amazing. I can remember one mother coming up to me at the end of, I think it was the end of when we did Willy Wonka. She came up to me and she said, "I want to thank you for giving my child self-confidence." You know, and that just, you know, that makes all those late nights and all those hours at the sewing machine, and it makes all of that worth that.
I feel that we bring these kids to such a level with their talent that we should have agents here at our productions to see some of these children. They're amazing, their voices are amazing. I would love to see that happen in the future. They definitely hate to see it end here. They want to go on and continue this through middle school and high school.
And what do our young thespians have to say about it?
In the future, I'd like to keep acting and use my talent.
I still want to act, except for I want to be on Broadway. Yeah.
Bravo, Jerry Junkins, you guys rock. And those of you at home can't see the play in its entirety. Go to the website on your screen for more information. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Now there are some future stars in the making. We're here at Kahn Elementary School in Dallas ISD. Especially evident here at Kahn is its use of technology. We all know that today's students embrace technology like never before.
And Khan teachers capture this enthusiasm by using the same tools for educational purposes. Teachers here use smart boards and Wii systems to help students learn and create. Working with the system not only helps the students learn, it also helps students learn how to work as a member of a team.
This mobile cart with 24 laptop computers is used around the school. Right now, the second grade classroom is being introduced to a new math curriculum using the laptops.
As you can see, Khan is ahead of the curve when it comes to innovative learning models.
And it's not just Kahn. The district as a whole is definitely moving forward. In fact, we've got good news to report. Last school year brought another improvement to the district when graduation rates increased to record numbers.
That's right, more than 7,000 students graduated from Dallas ISD in 2011, the highest figure since 1983.
While the number of graduates has increased, the number of students enrolled in Dallas ISD during the last 4 years has slightly declined, making the overall graduation rate at its highest since the mid-1980s.
Now let's change course and head over to Grady Spruce High School, and with the help of Hatsive, meet a group of students who combine a passion for learning with a love of cars. Hatsive?
Thanks, guys. I'm here at Grady Spruce High School, home of the Timberwolves. I've heard it said that it is important for successful people to give back to the community that they're from. Well, here at Spruce, that statement truly hits home. With the help from the surrounding community, former Spruce alum, and one dedicated teacher, a first-class program was created for the students.
I had a relationship with Service King for many years. When we got back into the auto collision, I asked Service King to help us. Eddie Lennox, I believe he graduated in '71. We had a meeting. I formed an advisory staff. We got people within the community to come in, and I asked what my students needed, and Service King came through with it.
Well, right now, it was black, and right now I'm fixing all the dents. First, I had to sand it with 600 and water with a block, so we could take the clear off, and then just fix the imperfections that it got. And then I'll sand it with 180 to get the excess off, and then after that, I'll just go over it with 1,000, and I'll just, when I'm finished doing all the imperfections, I'll put in the paint booth, tape it up, and primer all the spots that have metal glaze.
Dallas ISD's partnership with Service King has created an outstanding state-of-the-art auto collision program. Not only are students getting hands-on experience, Service King also provides mentorships and helps students find jobs after they graduate.
We met with administrative staff to determine if there was some way that we could partner with Spruce High School in order to retain the collision program, because it is one of the main sources of applicants for the collision repair industry for us in high school programs. Our staff are members of the advisory council for Spruce High School's collision program. We have staff come in and actually do mentoring with your students, workshops on buffing and basic skills, and also participate with them in the Skills USA programs.
I've always worked around cars ever since my freshman year. I heard about the program and I wanted to get involved, so I've been doing this for 3 years, because last year I didn't do it. But I've been doing it my freshman year, sophomore, and now that I'm a senior.
Our objective here is to keep kids in school, to graduate, to stay in here. Our goal is to get them into college. Every kid that comes in this auto collision program, we want them to go to college. When I pat myself on the back is when I get a student that's graduated 5 years, that's been in the industry, comes back, shows me a truck, tells me I bought a new house, I got married, and then I get the goosebumps and I pat myself on the back. He's doing good.
Wow, this is a perfect example of business and community coming together and forming a wonderful partnership with Dallas ISD. With this kind of support, this vocational program will keep running well into the future. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Hatsive.
Thanks, Hatsive. You're watching School Zone Dallas, and we're both students in the Dallas Independent School District. We're excited to be celebrating the 10th anniversary of School Zone Dallas being on the air, and we thought it would be fun to take a look back at some of our first programs and the students, just like us, who helped make it happen.
One of the first segments produced for the program was about the Kahn Running Club, and although the club has changed names, the enthusiasm is still the same.
Check these kids out. Keep it moving. And let's go. Feet flat on the ground. Oh, it feels so good, doesn't it? Yes!
Kahn now has a health and fitness club that uses concepts from the nonprofit program Marathon Kids that helps students and families stay fit and healthy.
Students learn how to eat healthy foods and keep track of the miles they run. The Health and Fitness Club goal is for the program to extend into the classroom, enabling students to have more energy and be better able to focus on learning.
Now that we've caught up with the running club, let's play a little Where Are They Now and look in on some of our former hosts and reporters from seasons past. Here's Alexis with a look back.
Thanks, guys. Well, believe it or not, School Zone Dallas is celebrating its 10th year on the air, and we thought it would be fun to catch up with some of our past cast members. We start off this time with some reporters and anchor people we hope you'll remember from season 1, 2, and 4.
Hi, School Zone Dallas. I'm Kirsten Brew, and I was a reporter on the very first season of School Zone Dallas. And on season 2, I served as co-host. After graduating from David W. Carter High School in 2004, I enrolled in Texas A&M University at College Station, home of the Fighting Texas Aggies, Gig 'em, where I majored in business management and minored in communications. After completing my undergraduate journey, I subsequently enrolled at the University of Texas School of Law, where I obtained my Juris Doctorate degree in May 2010. Now I'm here in Austin, Texas, serving as an Assistant Attorney General for the state of Texas in the Open Records Division. During my downtime, I enjoy traveling, hanging out with friends and family, and watching reality TV. I must admit, I am addicted. But as you can see, I've been very busy. But I want to sincerely thank each and every one of you for watching and supporting the show all these years. And now I want to hand it over to one of my fellow castmates from season 2, Rachel Emler. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Kirsten.
Thanks, Kristen. Now, I was a reporter for School Zone Dallas way back in 2003, and a lot has changed since then. I graduated from Hillcrest High School in 2004 and then went on to Texas Christian University, go Horned Frogs, to get my degree in International Communications News Editorial. It's a long title, but basically what it means is international journalism. I did go on to get a job in reporting at a station in Rapid City, South Dakota. And I ended up being a reporter and producer and anchor out there. It was 3 great years. But probably the most important thing that happened to me out there was meeting my fiance. And a few months back, he got a job in Sacramento, California, so we moved out here. I ended up not going into news and got a job as a social media coordinator for a local automotive group. It's an awesome opportunity to use the skills that I have, and I've really enjoyed it. Well, I've had a blast, but now it's time to introduce one of our Season 4 reporters, Enrique Guerrero. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Rachel.
Hey everyone, my name is Enrique Guerrero and I'm a 2006 graduate from Moises Moina High School, and I was a cast member of School Zone Dallas my senior year. First of all, congratulations on an awesome 10 years. After graduating from high school, I went to the University of Texas at Austin, where I majored in radio, television, and film, and I graduated in 2010. After graduating, I moved to here, Los Angeles, California, to pursue and work on my lifelong dream of being an actor. Hopefully next time you'll see me, it'll be on the big screen. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Enrique.
It's easy to see that all of us involved with School Zone Dallas are very proud of the show and hope that it continues for many years to come. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Alexis. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Alexis. You know, Devontae, that could be us in front of that Hollywood sign someday.
It sure could. But right now, we're here at Louise Wolff Kahn Elementary School, where every Friday morning, the library is the site for a special get-together with parents of preschool children. A staff member reads Spanish language stories to the children, and the gathering often includes dances and songs that are part of the Hispanic culture.
Khan staff takes this opportunity to talk to parents about how they can better prepare their children to enter school and how to help their children develop good study habits. That's what good schools do. Work with students and parents to better prepare them for the learning environment.
And Dallas ISD knows a thing or two about good schools. In fact, we have 4 schools recently recognized as National Blue Ribbon Schools by the U.S. Department of Education. A big congratulations goes out to the Dallas Environmental Science Academy, Rangel Young Women's Leadership School, the Rosie Sorrell School of Education and Social Services, and the School of Science and Engineering for being named National Blue Ribbon Schools. That's wonderful news. You all make us proud. Right now, let's catch up with Jessica and look in on another great school, John Kennedy Learning Center. Jessica?
Welcome to John F. Kennedy Learning Center, home of the Mighty Knights. Let's take a quick tour of what goes on every day in this wonderful school. More than 650 students from the surrounding neighborhood attend JFK. Students are offered a variety of instruction. Traditional classes include math, science, reading, and language arts, to name a few. In addition, all students at Kennedy have the opportunity to participate in art, music, and numerous after-school programs. Here in Kennedy's music room, students are introduced to numerous concepts. In fact, learning music helps students better understand math. That's right, through music, students develop an understanding of sequences and patterns, both important concepts when learning math. Here, pre-kindergartners are using digital technology to learn to recognize patterns in music. Art is another program open to all students at Kennedy. Here, autistic students work alongside third-grade students to create pinch pots from clay. These integrated classes are the only classes in the day where all of the students are together. It's a great way for students to see that we can all work together and at the same time work in different ways and in different capacities. John F. Kennedy Learning Center offers dual language classes in every grade level. Dual language classes are taught in both English and Spanish. Classes alternate the language spoken each day. The dual language program is preparing students to read, write, and speak both languages fluently. The program's aim is for all students to have academic achievement equal to traditional instruction. Another great program here at JFK is the School's Garden. It's small but growing. Gardening is a hands-on approach to introducing science and environmental concepts to students in a more meaningful way. These trees were planted by students, their families, and members of the community. They were donated in the spring of 2011 by a generous donation from the Modern Woodmen of America. The trees will increase shade on the playground area in the back of the school. JFK Learning Center even includes a baseball field named after Dave Andres, a former community member who was dedicated to helping others. The field offers neighborhood children a safe and beautiful place to learn the sport of baseball. In addition to league baseball, Kennedy students play basketball and indoor and outdoor soccer. They even have their very own cheerleaders. Academics, music, arts, sports. Here at Kennedy, there is a lot of learning taking place on a daily basis, and we've just scratched the surface. As you can clearly see, John F. Kennedy Learning Center is a great school, and there are loads of other great Dallas ISD schools just like this one. Check us out. You're welcome anytime. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Jessica.
Thanks, Jessica. We have a little more bragging to do. Each year, Newsweek magazine names the best high schools in the country. And this year, the magazine increased its already strict requirements for schools to make the list.
And guess what? The #1 and #2 schools in the country are right here in Dallas ISD.
That's right. The School of Science and Engineering and the School for the Talented and Gifted were named the top 2 high schools in the country by Newsweek magazine.
So think about it. Not only is the School of Science and Engineering a national blue ribbon school, it's also the #1 school in the country according to Newsweek. That's incredible.
And just as incredible, 4 more Dallas ISD schools made the Newsweek list. The School of Business and Management, the Judge Barefoot Sanders Magnet Center for Public Service, Government, Law, and Law Enforcement, Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts, and the School of Health Professions all made the list.
And those are just 6 of the 227 great schools in Dallas ISD. Right now, let's visit another one of them, Obadiah Knight Elementary School. We'll check in with Allison to find out what's going on. Allison?
I'm here at Obadiah Knight Elementary School, located in the Love Field area of Dallas. The school is named for Obadiah Knight, one of Dallas County's earliest pioneers. The school is led by Master Principal Enrique Escobedo, and is honored to have an incredible counselor on staff, Mr. Jeffrey Todd Bingaman. Mr. Bingaman has been awarded the CREST recognition 2 years in a row. CREST stands for Counselors Reinforcing Excellence for Students in Texas, a statewide award recognizing outstanding school counseling programs. Mr. Bingaman enlists staff members to serve as mentors to students, who in turn work with the students to promote their social and emotional well-being. He counsels parents on topics as varied as anti-bullying and drug abuse prevention. And Mr. Bingaman is just one of the many excellent staff members and teachers here at Obadiah Knight. Knight's Parent Center is a warm and inviting place where parents volunteer to work with students, attend meetings, or help with a variety of school needs. In addition to the staff, Knight has incredible support from area businesses and organizations. For instance, the local home improvement store Lowe's installed a peaceful water garden. This area also serves as a learning space for students. And thanks to a generous grant from the Dallas Junior League, students of every grade level took on an extensive project creating murals for the school that are not only beautiful, but are educational as well.
This program started when I wanted to do an interdisciplinary project here at Obadiah Knight. So I was trying to figure out a way to create an art project where the students could extend their classroom curricula in the art classroom.
The different grade levels selected concepts as varied as weather systems, the seasons of the year, Native American Indians in Texas, and the 5 animal groups and their characteristics and habitats. For example, at the same time the 4th grade students were studying Texas history in homeroom, they are creating visual images in art class that explore stories of the past from the time of the Native American Indians in Texas to the arrival of the Spaniards.
We went through this whole process where we gathered a lot of data from the students, from the teachers, and then we tried to look at all of our data, and the students picked out the images that they thought were the most representative of the idea that we were trying to explore. So I took their images and I made transparencies of their drawings. And then those transparencies were enlarged onto the canvases. And we traced them with a pencil and outlined them with black paint. And then we put on the overlay of paint. And then we selected the best of those. And then those are the ones that are now on display on the walls of Obadiah Knight. What I think the students got out of this project is that they get to see their own hand, their own voice in shaping the learning process. So they're creating these products, these resources that are going to be staying at the school long after they're gone. So it's their way of putting their own hand on their learning as well as the learning of other students for an unlimited number of years. What I think is important about a project like this is it brings a lot of people together that may not normally work together on a project. So it was expanding our community here in the classroom, beyond the classroom. And again, once these pieces are up, and they already are up, it's a way for other people that come into our campus as well to be able to enjoy and interact with it. So I just think it just kind of ripples out. And I don't think there's any negative to this kind of educational collaboration. I think there's only positives.
A great principal, award-winning staff, and creative teachers are just a few things that make Obadiah Night special. Come in and see for yourself. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Allison.
We're here at the photo wall, exhibited by the Khan Shutterbugs, a 4th grade after-school program headed by Christopher Hardman, a teacher at the school. The program gives students a different way to see their environments and to explore and expand their ideas about art.
Students begin by learning the history of photography and how cameras work. They learn about famous photographers and analyze their work. They then move on to using digital cameras with special emphasis on shooting finished photos with no cropping or enhancements needed. And their work is nothing short of amazing. Check it out.
Great eye, Shutterbugs. Keep those pictures coming.
Now let's look in on Madeline and find out about a summer music institute that involves students from around the district. Madeline?
Thanks, guys. During the summer, Dallas ISD partnered with the Dallas Wind Symphony for the 5th annual Summer Music Institute at Molina High School. Students came together from all over the district to learn from some of the best musicians around.
You know how your reed likes to warp when it gets wet? The bigger the reed, the faster it warps.
1 E and a 2, and do that, go.
We designed an affordable camp for inner city band students. What we hope the students will learn this week is really how to learn. Because we're teaching them everything they need to know about their instruments, but there's also a way you should practice, a way you should approach the instrument, the way you should just basically look at learning in general. So whatever they learn this week hopefully will go outside the camp into the band room and also into the classroom in general.
During the 5-day camp, the students received over 30 hours of musical instruction, including one-on-one, sectionals, recitals, and full band rehearsals.
The amount of time we get here is much more than we get in normal class time, where my students only have band twice a week. Here they're getting band all day, every day.
This experience is really enriching. Since music is my career choice, working with all the professional musicians really does help.
Some of the teachers at the band camp were once Dallas ISD students themselves. That's where their interest in music began.
It's a very fulfilling thing for me to come back to the school district where I started. I understand where they're coming from. Their love of music is frenetic. Like, they just really move a lot. You know, they ask questions really quickly, and you know, when you see the light bulb go off, when you see that they finally understand things, you can see it in their body.
I grew up in Dallas. I went to elementary school 1st through 6th grade at Burleson Elementary. I then went to Comstock Junior High School, where I started playing the flute. I'm kind of excited about being here back in, DISD. And I think it's, kind of funny, that it's sort of come full circle. I've learned this week to be a lot more patient, that not every student learns from the same teacher. Not every student has the same background, educational background as far as, music or whatever. And I have to start where they are, not where I am or where I think they should be.
I made a lot of friends, a lot of new friends, and a lot of old friends, and it's been great.
I've kind of forgotten about the joy of being a student and what it was like to be in band those first few years. It's really a magical time. You're like a sponge at that age and you learn so much so quickly. So that is a huge thing. That's what makes this whole thing worthwhile.
At the end of the week, the honors, symphonic, and concert bands all showcase their skills in a concert performed for teachers, parents, band directors, sponsors, and friends. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Madeline.
Thanks, Madeline. And by the way, the Institute will happen again next summer, so contact the district's Fine Arts Department for more information.
Right now is an exciting time in Dallas ISD. With construction going on across the district thanks to the 2008 bond program, new schools are underway and work crews are busy upgrading and transforming existing schools and athletic facilities.
This construction includes cutting-edge technology and sustainable green features in every new and renovated building.
We're also excited to announce that thanks to the bond program, Dallas ISD has opened 3 campuses in the Wilmer-Hutchins area. The schools include a refurbished Wilmer-Hutchins High School and Kennedy Curry Middle School, and a brand new Wilmer-Hutchins Elementary School.
Along with welcoming students back to schools in Wilmer-Hutchins, the district recently opened the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy at B.F. Durrell. The academy is the district's first all-male school.
In addition to a rigorous curriculum, students attending the Leadership Academy will choose from a variety of clubs and sports. For more information about the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy, go to the website on your screen.
Well, unfortunately, that's about all the time we have for this edition of Schools on Dallas. We'd like to thank everyone here at Louise Wolff Kahn Elementary for their gracious hospitality.
And thank you for watching. Until next time, we'll see you right back here
in the zone.